So again, welcome back to me, welcome back to Thailand. True Blue Thai here from Thailand. It is one sort of hit in Thailand, which is Friday, and yeah, another sunny day in Thailand, bit cloud, very windy, very windy, and yeah, so about 27 degrees, 28 degrees, yeah, might feel like temperature about 30, a bit cold for me. You don't need that. So guys, I hope you're doing well. So we've got a game tomorrow, so I'm just drinking my milk, Thai milk. What happens is the kids get given milk here, for instance, in school, and they don't like it. They don't drink milk. They don't like milk. So, for instance, I love milk, so they give them milk to me. So, for instance, and yeah, I'll have it. Calcium, healthy bones, keeps you fit, and yeah. So I drink my Thai milk. So this is the Thai milk. So yeah. So there you go. So if you don't believe I'm in Thailand, you can see there Thai. Right. Okay. So, we've got a game tomorrow. Anyway, guys, so we got Wolves tomorrow. And so, for instance, we're coming into it with a back of a two-match beaten, beaten, 2 defeats in a row. And, and also we haven't won in the Premier League for a few weeks now. So, we had 3 draws. We had played a fantastic game against Forest, etc., winning, and then we had Brighton, Chelsea, and who else was it? Brighton, Chelsea, and I can't remember. Newcastle, was it? No. Hang on, I'll look into it. Where we drew 3, we drew, and for me, I can say that was many reasons, more than one, very similar to last season, why we actually got dropped points. But I think since the defeats to Bodo, for instance, the mainstream media, which I knew, and I've kept completely away from it. I've kept completely away from talk crap, Sky Sports and Vice BC as well. You're right, and ESPN and whatever, because I know we're going to get absolutely rinsed by these. And to which we are. We're actually, the 115's coming out. The you name it, it's all coming out now. For instance, and Man City and Pep's future. And still City fans, some City fans, I don't know who you are. Why in bleeding hell would you want Pep to leave? Honestly, I just can't figure it out. Oh, he's had too much time. But also, who do you bring in? So I'm saying Pep out. Who do you bring in? Maresca? Eh? Honestly, this Pep outers get up my nose. They really do. It's the most stupidest thing. Man City have just been on a 13-game unbeaten run. Okay, right, we got the draws included, true, but we're unbeaten, and then we lose a couple of games, which basically, for instance, because of injuries, me basically was called having key players out, for instance, and suddenly everybody's head's gone and got off the cliff. My Christ. What are you, as a football supporter? As a football supporter, you're supposed to keep the faith and just to keep on supporting the football team. You can be disappointed, understand. But don't bloody sit there and talk Pep out, he's crap, he's rubbish, he's this. Listen to LB's chat, and honestly, some of the comments coming in, etc., and it's just ridiculous. Bordering around ridiculous. It really is. It's embarrassing to listen to, and so yeah, and I just look at these people, for instance, who ask for Pep out and talk about he's rubbish, he's crap, blah blah blah. Man City we were out in our tradition. We're not spending our way out of trouble, which is another basic lie. Man City are not spending it. We are actually revamping our squad, changing over, because again we're going to, during the summer, we're going to lose Bernardo Silva, we're going to lose John Stones, we're going to lose Nathan Ake, we're going to lose probably maybe lose Oscar Bob, who knows. And we got to replace the players. Can we do that, please, without actually somebody, and other teams buy players, etc. It's not like, ooh, Man City buy one player, so 115, how can they spend all this money, blah 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 blah. And also, for instance, where's he going to fit? Where's he happen to be an inquest every time Man City buy one player? And just because we bought 2 players, we've been stupid by that. United go and spend 75 million plus, etc. on Tesco, whatever. Liverpool spend 116 million on Verts and things like that, and with ridiculous like that. Man City get 2 very, very good players in Semenko and Gay, and for 85 million quid, 18 million quid. And suddenly, for instance, is like, honestly, he just got Man City trying to what's it called? What do you call it? Spend our way out of trouble. We're not. It's just basically replacing the players. We've got Jonestones who we don't know when he's coming back. We've got Nathan Aki, etc. For instance, who was on his what's it called? We don't know, for instance, how we got a 17-year-old in Max Elaine when he's going to come back. We got 17-year-old in Max Elaine. For instance, and we got Kuznetsov, etc., who's been brilliant. But apart from that, we don't have the players. We just, and also we've got our two main central defenders injured. What's it called? Hopefully Diaz will be back in February. What's it called? But in the meantime, just got Guardiola for the season. And so it's just ridiculous how Man City cannot be able to spend money on players. And getting Gahey was a summer transfer, somebody who were going to go after the summer, getting him a bit early and getting for 20 million quid. Brilliant. And it's just the fact that Liverpool and all the rest of them are just smarting and crying at the fact that Man City I've actually gun jumped them and won and got the player, and they're sat there crying saying why because Man City's got him, and so honestly, for instance, I've never seen the mainstream Southern biased media just goes absolute defender. Every time Man City drop points or do anything, etc., it's always blah 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 blah. What was it? Deloitte came out with their what's it called? The richest clubs in the world. I think Man City were 5th or something like that. I think we're behind. United are something like 7th or 8th. So the richest club in the world. But they're not anymore. So, for instance, in Man City, we got our 3rd highest profits. And City are in a very good place. To the mainstream Southern-based biased media, just pathetic. Honestly, if you listen to this, the reason why I do this channel is because we need to counteract the crap, etc. we constantly listen to from the mainstream media. I'm still seeing posts on YouTube and people doing videos, Arsenal fans doing videos saying they've got Marc Gahey. I was like, and I'm thinking, when did they do this video? And it was uploaded yesterday or something like the day before, and there's a video. Arsenal swoop in to hijack Marc Gahey. He'll play Arsenal against Liverpool this weekend. It's not. Somebody actually made those videos. Arsenal television, Arsenal fan TV. And then what else I've got? I've got another city website. I don't know who these websites are, with some strange name, some African name or something like that, with a picture of Kovacic. What's it called? Training in Man City, saying Kovacic is back and he'll be in contention for the Wolves game. I'm like, what? For instance, and then I see a genuine picture with him and Jasko Gavario on the treatment table at the Etihad, what's it called, the Etihad campus, for instance, because they're big best mates. What's it called? Knowing that, for instance, these guys, it probably won't be back for a match. You don't, maybe Jasko Gavario might be back before, for instance, Kovacic. Maybe not. Maybe it might be about the same time, but it won't be at least March. April must go before we see any of these two back. So I don't know. And somebody's actually, and I saw the comments, and this guy, what's called, a picture of Jasko Gavario, Mateusz Kovacic training, and there's about 60 comments, and people are putting thumbs up. Oh, well done, congratulations, great to see you, hope to see you, blah blah blah. And people have commentated it. It's like, flip's sake, he's not back. Again, this is the thing. A City fans you've got to put up with, in the crap. It's just ridiculous. It really is. Anyway, so let's go on to the game tomorrow. For instance, I have no doubt, and I know that. And people say, "Oh, well, you're a blue-eyed City or whatever what you call it, a happy clapper." I'm not a happy clapper. I'm a realist. I've been following football. I followed my football team for a long time, and just know what's it called. For instance, when in a season there's going to be ups and downs. They're going to be like a roller coaster. Things are not going to go perfect. Maybe the time when we got 100 points was probably perfect. But other than that, for instance, so we've got to basically, for instance, accept these and just and if we lose a couple of games, etc., it doesn't mean to say that that, for instance, is all over. The things at the moment, the thing at the moment is the fact that the Premier League, the Premier League is it's just a weird league at the moment. With everybody. Arsenal should be points clear, home and dry, but they're not. Man City is still 7 points behind, and Arsenal got the rags this weekend. Who knows? So But again, so for instance, Man City can still put the pressure on Arsenal by beating Wolves tomorrow, which I do believe we will. So let's go on to the match preview. Okay, so Pep Guardiola's new look Man City squad found themselves found a groove at the end of 25 when they claimed their 8th straight victory in all competitions. But since then they have made a miserable start to the new year, winning only their 2 of their 7 games and losing streak at the last 2, which is in painful fashion. A depleted City squad, exactly. Abated one that still possessed plenty of talent were caught cold in the North Arctic Circle when they suffered a demoralising 3-1 defeat in the Champions League. The tournament debutants Bodo Glimt on Tuesday, then leaving them with work to do to avoid dropping off in the Premier playoffs. I believe even in Premier League in the playoffs, the Champions League playoffs, if we do go into the Champions League playoffs, we're not going to get the likes of Real Madrid or Barcelona or whatever, a tough team by the looks of it. I think they've worked it out is that Man City could get a very an Ajax or a PSV or something like that, a team which we should be beating. And so even if we win next week, which we will win, against Galatasaray, but I think, for instance, Manchester City will, and we don't fail to qualify because of the goal difference unless we put 4 or 5 past Galatasaray, and then we're going to have to end up playing in the playoffs, etc. But it won't be as bad as what we first thought. Just the next 2 games, that's the only bad thing. In response to City's leadership group, Erling Haaland and Rodri have collected raised £110,000 will be refunded for every away supporter who have made the Norway trip, and believe that there is the least that we can do for following a huge disappointing performance. Now, Man City has been criticised by the media, for doing that. But the thing is, I don't see many other teams doing it. Man City were criticised by Simon Jordan. Haven't heard it, seen the clips, but I haven't heard any read of it. But blah blah blah. But do we get any credit for anything? No. 3 days earlier, Man City were deservedly beaten by the bitter rivals Rags. But we're still 7 points behind Arsenal with 16 games remaining. 16 games, 7 points. We can do it. Guardiola believes that everything's going wrong for a fragile Citizen side at present, but there's reason to be optimistic ahead of Saturday's clash with Wolves. Correct. And City have won 10 of their last 11 Premier League meetings with the old gold, scoring 32 goals in the process. Seeking to avoid a 5th Premier League game without a win for the first time since October-November 2009, 7 consecutive draws under Marc Hughes. Man City are unbeaten in their last 30 top flight matches against teams starting at the bottom of the table, winning 24 and drawing 6, winning their last 9 at home by a remarkable aggregate of 36-0. Right, so the stats favour City. Wolves' appearances appeared decline to the drop not long ago, and that still be the case, but 2026 has certainly brought new sense of hope, and Rob Edwards and co are still unbeaten in their last 4 Premier League matches, winning 1, drawing 3. Yeah, it all started at Old Trafford, didn't it? But and again, for instance, they've got nothing to lose, so and they're going to, and again, they didn't want that derby points, etc. For instance, record, but give them credit. This run has yielded 6 points for the old goal, twice as many as they accumulated across the 22 games, winning 0, drawing 3, losing 19. Their latest result, a goalless draw against Newcastle, shock, at Molineux was last weekend, followed by a positive result against Everton on a 1-1, 3-0 West Ham, and a draw against the Rags. Wolves can ill afford to slip back into old habits, and if they wish to pull off a great escape, but they still remain rooted to the foot of the Premier League table and still 14 points adrift of safety, with 16 games left to play, including 6 of the 9 games currently in the top half teams. With recent results have improved, Wolves still have to work to attack, as they score just 16 goals in the Premier League this season, fewer than any other team in the division. No side are frail to score in more different top flight matches than the old goal this term 11. Wolves ahead into Saturday's clash with City, having only won 5 out of the less than 23 encounters with the citizens in the Premier League era, drawing 2, losing 16. And their only triumph at the Etihad came in October 2019, when Adam Traore scored twice, 2 late goals to seal the 2-0 victory. Yeah, Mr. Traore. So, City's Premier League form got looking like a traffic light now. 1-2, draw 3, lost 1. Wolves Premier League form, lost 2, drawn 3, won 1. So, team news: Manchester City will be out without usual, but they're saying Guardiola, Stones, Kovacic, Diaz, Oscar, Bob, Savinho, okay, all out. But positive: Nunes, illnesses, and Gonzalez will be assessed ahead of kick-off, and I do believe for Whistle they're back. So, but I'm not 100%, but I do believe that, if not on the bench. Nunes had a cold, the flu, and Gonzalez had a knock, etc. But should be back. While Captain Bernardo Silva is available to return from suspension, new signings Andrew Semenko and Marc are both in contention to start. I expect them to do so, with the latter expected to be handed the full debut at the centre back alongside Abdul Kuzanov, with Marc making way. No surprise. If fit, Nunes will likely return to right back and start against his former club, while Ryan Ignore and ex-Wolfman will battle him and Nicolas Rodri to start in left back. Yeah, wonderful. So we've missed Nunes, we really have. Meanwhile, Rodri is available to start despite his sending off in midweek. I like to see him and what's it called, Gonzalez in the middle if I had a choice. Meanwhile, Rodri, you okay? Phil Foden has not scored or assisted in the last 9 appearances, while Erling Haaland scored enough opening play. Me personally, I've dropped Phil Foden and dropped Erling Haaland and just keep him on the bench, giving them a rest, especially Erling Haaland. Guardiola is likely to stick to both Foden and Haaland, which hopefully not. Haaland scoring against Wolves than any other player, scored more goals than any other player. Ryan Cherki and Omar Mamous starting their experiences cannot be entirely ruled out. Yeah, I would like Omar Mamous start and give it Haaland a rest, but we don't know Pep. As for Wolves, Jen, Richard, Belgrade, Totti, Gomez, Lino, Chidiwama, Ni, and all remains injured. Taiwan Kiriri, illness is in doubt, while Fair Lopez is reported to have been talks over a loan move to Celta Vigo and could therefore miss this weekend. A backbone of Yerson, Masaka, Santiago, Byrne, and Lesau. Krekic, who scored against the Rags earlier this season, is set to continue in front of goalkeeper Jose Sarr, while Jackson, Tayoko, and Hugo Bueno provide width as wing-backs. Jose Gomez and Alexandria could continue in central midfield and once again link up with the 18-year-old Matthias Main, who has scored the most goals 2 and has most goals involvements 3 of any Wolves player since the start of December. So while he is also ranks in most shots 2 touches in the opposition, in box 15 at the time. Ho Hee Chan is likely to retain his place in the final third, with Ebbets might consider to recalling Jordan Strang Larsen to the extent of Toluga Azorga after 5 successive substitute outings for the Norwegian League. So expect his team lineups: Donnarumma, Nunes, Carlo Kuzanov, Gehi, O'Reilly, Gonzalez, Bernardo, Semenko, Foden, Doku and Haaland. Me personally, I think again I wouldn't put that team. I'd like Nico Gonzalez with Gonzalez, Gonzalez. With alongside that, drop Bernardo, not the game for him, and drop Haaland and Foden as well, and put Mamosh in and Chian around us. For Wolves, Star, Masaka, Sabrino, Querich, Turquane, Andre, Main, Manny, Jay Gomez, Hal, Hey Bueno, Hauer, and Strand Lassen. Right, they're predicting a Man City 3-1 win. I'm going to say the same. I'm going to say Man City will win 3-0. I'm going to 3-0. They don't score goals, Wolves. They will play a low block. Man City will have to find a way. But I think once we've got that first goal, the first goal will be anxious. But once we've got it, I think we'll go on to score. And we'll end up with 3 points. And all this crap will actually be put away for until the next time we lose the game. But but other than that, I've got for every faith Man City can win the game, and so for instance, and all these crybabies can go back in their little holes. City are not in crisis in any way whatsoever. We're still in full competitions, and with the players we're bringing in now, for instance, with the returning Diaz as well. So in a couple of weeks, etc. For instance, we've got plenty of reinforcements to push on and hopefully win some silverware this season. So which we've got to do. So guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. True Blue Time from Thailand. Like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. What's on your mind? Even if you come to Thailand, you can even ask me a question about that. But other than that, for instance, I'll speak to you tomorrow. This is pre-Pep press conference. We'll see what Pep's got to say. I'll have a chat to you tomorrow about the game and see where we are, guys.